Funding wallets on TapTapSend. Step 1. Click on Create Ghana Cedi Wallets below when you open the app. Step 2. Enter amount of your choice in Ghana Cedis. Step 3. Click on the Confirm and Fund wallet below to confirm. Step 4. Your wallet has been successfully funded. Step 5. Enter amount of your choice in Ghana Cedis. Step 6. Select or add new recipient. Step 7. Choose wallet as payment method. Step 8. Click on the Pay with Wallet below to confirm. Step 9. Your transaction is successful.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Check it. Put sugar level for check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
As much as we are back in this studio, the little time that I'm enjoying with me here, I want to make it useful because I know a time will come that I'll be called to be on the road once again. And when duty calls, everything goes on standby or standstill. So that is exactly what we are trying to do here on Sammy Flex TV. Finally, those who wanted to know the Bolgatanga show and its matters arising, I think I've done the honorable thing by giving you guys the explanation. The rest is up to you. Whether you want to take it or not, that is up to you. Sammy Flex, I'm done with my job. What I'm trying to do is to operate an open door policy, and the open door policy means that as much as it is not secret, as much as it is in the open, why don't you open it up so that people would understand it more? Nothing would be destroyed in this particular regard. So just as it is, and we are good to go. Now let's pay attention to some of the issues. I remember saying that when I come back, some of these issues happening around me, I'll also be spending time to talk about them. So today I will be talking about the TGMA, that is the Telecel Ghana Music Awards. As an industry person, be it my artist being a part of the event or not, I still follow it and I am still called. I'm sure before the event, some people saw how oftentimes TV3 would call me to be a part of their discussion on their shows. I couldn't join them in the studio, but I was always talking to them via Zoom. Even the day before the event, they still wanted me, but Bolga did not allow me to partake in that beautiful or final conversation. So now that the event is over, I'm sure I can come back to also run my commentaries based on what I saw. I think in a long while, for the first time, Ghana Music Awards has happened without Sammy Flex in the auditorium. In a long while, almost every year, ever since I started my media business about some 15 or so years ago, I have been part of the event. Every time it happens, I am in there. And this time around, because of other duties, I wasn't able to go there. But I've been able to watch snippets. I have been able to read some commentaries, and I've seen some one or two that I can also touch on. That is exactly what I want to do today. So this is strictly going to be TGMAs and nothing else. My name is Sammy Flex. Join me on this journey and let's do some more. Let me also say thanks to Digital Rasta. He's called Currency, who is doing my camera for me. Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. And to you out there, remember that TapTapSend is what you need anytime you want to send money from abroad to Ghana. Get an app on your phone today. get the app on your phone today and start sending money using tap send. So far it has been said to be one of the best ways to wire money from abroad to Ghana, and especially those who would want to do bank transfers. All that you have to do is to convert your money from pounds to cedis, and with this you are able to wire directly to the bank, to whoever has to receive it, and you are good to go. Now let's talk about the TGMAs, the 25th edition. And that alone means that we need to congratulate the organizers for doing it till 25 years. 25 years is no joke. As a matter of fact, when it comes to events, even if you're able to do it for 5 continuous years or 5 consecutive years, you need to be commended for that, because it is no easy job. Even to do birthday parties and then small events in your house, you just look at it, it is really hectic. How much more a whole event that involves so many people, different backgrounds, different egos, awarding them, making some people feel better over others, rating some people over others. Definitely you are sure going to face some issues. So over the years, I think we have all been experiencing how Charterhouse has been facing it here and there, but it's good. Congratulations to them, 25 years and counting. It means well, and we pray that they continue to do it the way they have been doing. Now, there is something that I observed this year that I think I can commend the music industry as a whole, especially the artists who are part of the show. I think for the past 5 years or so, anytime the event happens, you would realize that many of the nominees would not show up. You would realize that as much as they were nominated, they would be nowhere to be found. You can't see them there. The event will be happening and their seat will be empty. They either give it to their friends, their managers, their assistants, and people who are related closely to them to go and sit on their seat. But it looks like this year, there was a little bit of an improvement. I will not say it was like 100%, but I can say that there was an improvement, because personally, when I'm watching most of these award shows, anytime the camera pans into the crowd, especially those who are sitting at the first seats, the first row seats, anytime the camera pans there, you would see faces of musicians, you see faces of industry people who are always occupying some of these seats. But with the little I watched on TV and on social media, when the camera pans onto the first seats people, you don't see much of showbiz people or musicians, unless the camera guy or the directors really look for them. Then you can see, okay, so this is Stonebwoy, so this is King Promise, or this is any other person. Apart from that, anytime the camera pans, these are people who are maybe their sponsors, people who were able to afford the kind of ticket that allows you to sit the first seat. And at a point, I saw comments like, oh, those who are sitting in front, they are boring. Those who are sitting on the first rows or first seats, they are not making the event lively. I saw many comments like that. And indeed, if you want to pay attention to some of these details, you would agree with me that when it happens like that, they take a little bit of shine from the show. They take a little bit of hype from the show, knowing that the people there, the people who are performing, they want to be cheered up and all. And because they are not so related to them, some of them, they don't even go for musical concerts. Some of them, to be frank, they don't even know who they are calling. Some of them, they don't even know the songs they are playing. So definitely, when you find them seated like that, there is no way they are going to be excited as we all want it. And again, we saw it happening as well. As it stands now, the improvement meant that many artists came. The improvement meant that we saw some of them on the red carpet. The improvement meant that this time round, not a higher percentage stayed home to see who is winning what. They showed up, and I want to say a good big up to those who showed up. And I know a lot also didn't show up. A lot. I saw some people winning awards and they were not there. Their people took their awards on their behalf. So that is also there, and we cannot fight much. As much as the number that showed outweighed the number that did not show, it is a good thing, and we can only leave it as such. Now, let's talk about performance. Performance. And the few ones that I've seen, I think King Promise seems to be the guy who is at the receiving end of the trolls and the lashes here and there. People are lashing him because they think that on the day that it mattered most, on the day that he was supposed to really deliver on point, he disappointed them. As a matter of fact, as much as I also might agree with the people, because I've seen some 1 or 2 videos and you would realize that, oh, this is not a King Promise that we've been watching over the years, over the last couple of years, because the last couple of years King Promise has been that guy to run to when you need some powerful performance at a show to pass through, especially at places like this. King Promise will deliver. Even when we look back into just last year during the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards, we saw how he gave an eclectic performance or an electrical performance that everybody enjoyed. But this particular year, we did not see it as such. And so many factors have been pointed to be the causal factor or the causal agent of this particular performance that came out as a lackluster. First of all, has been the fact that because he started performing, the technical people at that time had not gotten their sound right. And it happens. You see, I did my editorial earlier about how sometimes you go for sound check and these people, when the people come in or when the attendees are high, they tend to lose focus. I am sure it happened to King Promise, because we can't say King Promise did not do sound check before the performance. Obviously, he would do his sound check before the performance, but because he was going to be the first performer, and they are going to still try some 1 or 2 with his backing vocalists and all those people, he was definitely going to have a challenge, and that was what we saw. Again, the stage, the act that he did, the water kind of performance that he did, as much as it was beautiful, I also want to believe it gave him a little bit of restrictions, because such a performance, your movement will be restricted, because here you are with water, other space you are not with water. So definitely the people who are coordinating the performance will put you through some 1 or 2 restrictions that is likely to affect you if so many things don't go right. And I want to believe that also happened, because for someone to say King Promise does not sing on key, I would doubt it. He has been doing it. He's been performing. We see him perform live. But remember, now the challenge is that he's performing, he's singing, he's dancing. You need extra energy, extra breath, extra stamina to be able to deliver this. I'm sure that might have contributed to what we saw. But apart from that, so many people have loved the Match-Day celebration performance, where people like Akwabua, Episode, Eno Baroni, and the rest of the people came to perform songs of Match-Day. In fact, it has been one of the most talked about performances. So many people loved it, and the little that I've also seen, I think it was okay. Celebration moment for a legend, and the way he was seated there watching them. In fact, the first surprise was Eno Baroni coming in to do the rap verse on Sufre Unyame. Like, that was on point, because Match-Day, as much as I know, might not be doing any high live with rap on his collection. To come and do that rap on that particular session with Akwabua was on point. And Episode has been talked about by so many people for that performance he also gave on the platform. His costume and everything, people have commended him for that. Let me also make mention of Nasi. Wow. For Nasi, his performance was sent to me, as in his video was sent to me. In fact, I've even forgotten to post. I said I'm going to post it, and I have to post it as well. I loved what Nasi did on that stage. Yeah, Nasi gave a wonderful performance. Nasi is a creative. In fact, he's that guy who really plans his performance. He's that guy who really thinks about his performance anytime he's going to execute a show. And what he did, as much as it will be a collaboration between him and the organizers, I still felt that he brought on his A game with his backing people, the dancers, the drummers, the jazz, how do we call them? The people who play the brass band. Yes, that kind of brass band feeling and all those things. Yes, it was cool. I loved it as well. And I think I would also give it to Mr. Drew. Yes, Mr. Drew has also been one guy who appears on a stage and he does it beautifully. We saw his costume, we saw because he can dance. Anytime he's doing choreography kind of performance, he kills it even more because he can dance. So anytime he's doing it with them, that kind of connect is there, and it makes it look extra beautiful. Few artists in Ghana can dance and at the same time sing, and we have one in Mr. Drill. Mr. Drill does it. He always gives us memories of Slim Basta, because Slim Basta also do the same thing, dance with his dancers and still come back to sing. And Mr. Drill also delivered beautifully, and that would also pass as one of the best performances. Again, we cannot also ignore Stonebwoy's performance, which was also well executed. I think later I saw a press statement, or I saw a story of how the whole performance was curated by a team who has been part of drama groups and theater production. And I think if you are calling for some of the best performances on the night, there is no way you can ignore Stonebwoy. He came on relaxed and knowing what he was going to do. Sometimes when you are going to perform at such an event, if you are not careful, the overexcitement will make you overdo some things. But obviously, there's a tape that he's been playing for so many years. This is something that he's so used to. So on the day, you could see his calm composure in delivering his vocals, and I think he would also count as one of the best performances. And Akwesi Amewuga, yes, winning the unsung artist, gave him the platform to exhibit his talents. And reports and the videos that I've seen also tells me that yes, Kwesi Amewuga was also in his element, and he also did not disappoint. So big ups to him. And any other person who did well that I have not touched on, I know it's an award show. There is something that you can always expect, who is delivering what, and that is what the people who performed did. I think Andy Dusty also needs some commendation for his Hip Life throwback session, where he called on some of the artists, Aketechi or Chame Kwame, and is it Dead Body? CC, oh yeah, now I've forgotten his name, not Dead Body. I've forgotten his name, I remember and tell you. Where he brought him to also come and perform. Say again? Yeah, Miss Bell was also part of it, thank you. And oh, Reggie, Papa Reggie, yes. Hip Life Grandpapa, forever young. He came and he did his thing beautifully, and that was also one of the best times or best moments on the stage. Miss Bell, wonderful costume, resonating sounds, and Akatechi also, their songs are always evergreen. In fact, every party, as much as Akatechi, they are on the stage, you will love it. If they are not on the stage, it's a different feeling, but when on the stage, you still enjoy Odosisime. That session, which was choreographed and which was led by Andy Dusty, was also very well delivered. So big ups to Andy Dusty and the skill that he brought onto it. Now, awards winners. Looks like this trip, there has been less controversies about who won what. And what it means is that it means two things. Either one, the people who feel they have been swerved expected that they were going to be swerved, so now they are okay, they have normalized it. Or the people who won, they don't have much vibe or buzz around them, so it remains as such. These are the two elements why the awards winners might not be talked about so much. Either those who lost, going into the awards, they knew everything is possible, so they open up their mind that okay, Maminko, the BCBNC, Maminko them babe, or the people who won, there's no much buzz about them. So as it stands now, there seems to be some quietness and some calmness around the awards winners, and it brings some peace, and it is okay like that. Not much is being said about who lost what and who won what, and as it stands now, it should be the way it is. We don't want any other issues to come up here and there. So I pray that it remains as such on countless occasions, because when it comes to awards, there are sour losers, there are bad losers, and there are good losers. Those who come out as bad losers, when they lose, they don't take it lightly. They really fight. But it looks like this trip, apart from Raskuku, who seems not to be happy with the reggae song of the year going to Kofi Kinata, not much is said about him, or not much is said about the winner, so we will leave it as such. And again, for the artist of the year category, obviously the competition between Stonebwoy and King Promise made it so clear that if any of them should win, it wouldn't be any new thing. And as a matter of fact, maybe people are not saying much about Stonebwoy's win because to him winning is not new to them. Maybe if King Promise had won, it would have come new and it would have brought some new buzz and some fresh energy. But knowing this is Stonebwoy, he's won it before. I even saw a video of him calling for another awards to be mentioned, which he believes is for him or was for him. He knows better, so maybe, who knows? I'm sure somebody inside has given him that information. That's why he was so emphatic on it. If he wasn't emphatic, I'm not sure he would say this. I'm sure someone in-house has given him, you are going to win, so he was emphatic. Well, however he wants it and whatever he wants. If the organizers would also respond to this, it will be good. If they want to mention it to him, that's fine. If they think it is not necessary, it is past and it is gone, that is fine, because I think he wants the awards more numbers for something that he understands better. At every point in time, every artist knows what they are looking for. So if you are not careful, you might judge them wrongly. Maybe he needs the awards for something he knows better. So you might not understand and you have issues with him, but that is him. He should keep it and do whatever he wants to do with it, and that is fine. And let's talk about the hype to the show, or the hype around the show. I think this time the discussion about the TGMAs or the awards ended so quickly for me, or has ended so quickly for me. I'm not too sure what is happening, because today is Thursday as of the time of recording this. Not much is being said about the awards. Even the artist of the year is not being discussed. The few issues that came up here and there, all of those things are not being discussed. And I'm asking myself, what is happening? Earlier, I spoke with my people in my office and they were telling me, it is because the media people who are supposed to discuss it, sometimes they are not too happy how the organizers have been treating them. Most of them, they are not even giving tickets to attend the event. So they feel that they don't want to come and discuss it on their platforms for them to get any attention. So if you are not calling me, if you don't want to invite me, then it means that I also don't want to be a part of it and I wouldn't want to discuss it as well. So that is also being discussed, and I pray that moving forward, maybe one day the organizers would see that this is not how it's supposed to be. Let the people enjoy the show, let the people come for the show, so that in doing that they are able to deliver and deliver well as well. So yes, I can tell you that what happened in Bolga between me and Shatta Wale on that stage has even enjoyed more trends than most of the activities that happened. Thanks to Captain Smart after the show, his editorial on his TV show and his debate that he had on his TV show even gave them more talkability than they would want it. I don't know if this is how the organizers wanted it, or they would have wanted it some more, because the event, the after event, is less than a year old, and less than a week old, and not much is said about it. If it is less than a week old and not much is said about it, then it means that it died so quickly, like a sudden death. And I know the Shatta Wale factor is also a part of it. Sometimes it's about who sparked the talking. It's about who sparked the conversations, and that is what maybe is missing. If there is one guy among the award nominees or winners who sparked the conversation, then to continue. But those who are happy are quiet. Those who are not happy are quiet. It's one and one never blue for away. Why never say blue for away? Never say blue for away. Everybody seems to be quiet, and I'm sure that is the reason the hype, the conversation, the talkability seems to be very low, and everybody can attest to this. We pray that moving forward, the organizers have a way of also gingering some conversation, because the sponsors want this. The sponsors need this. So many good things happened, the performances and all those things, and I think the conversation could have continued to now. But right after the awards, when I was expecting people to be talking about, Stonebwoy won Artist of the Year, King Promise performance, Nasi's performance, Stonebwoy performance, I was looking at people's timeline. They were rather expecting Sammy Flex to come and talk about what happened in Bolga. I saw so many comments like that. And Sammy Flex, come and tell us what happened. People were posting videos of Shatta Wale telling me to do things right on the stage for him to get a clean performance. These were some of the things that were said on the stage more. They were said after the event more than the real event itself. And maybe the organizers like it this way, maybe not. However we want it, let's get it right, and at every point in time it will go on like that. Apart from that, congratulations to Charterhouse. As an academy member, I voted, and some of my picks or some of the people I voted for won. Others also were swept heavily, and it happens as such. It is like an exam. You either get it right or wrong, and that is what happened. So congratulations. And people who are asking about whether Shatta Wale will sue organizers Charterhouse as to why DJ Black would play Shatta Wale's songs on the day is another conversation that I'll be coming back to address. Wait for it. I'll surely come back to address that issue for everybody to know my position on. After the awards, if there was one thing that enjoyed some publicity, it will be the fact that DJ Black's video where he was playing Shatta Wale's songs and people were singing back to back, people were jamming, people were dancing. That video had enjoyed so many trends, if not for it on my timeline, where I see more posts and more stuff about the Shatta Movement Empire. That video enjoyed more trends. The fact that DJ Black played Shatta Wale's song, meanwhile he hasn't been nominated, he was not part of the event and all, that even enjoyed some more. But whether Shatta Movement will take any drastic action or not, it's another conversation for another day, and I'll be coming back to handle that differently here on Sammy Flex TV in the editorial. So wait for it. But in all, congrats to the winners, congrats to the organizers, and for those who lost, better luck next time. Let's see what happens in your next journey. And again, to King Promise, I know he was really looking for that particular top award. He missed it. If he wants it, he should continue. But if he doesn't, he should pay attention to his career, which is more important than the awards. If he doesn't sit up and he allows this to affect him in what he has to do in the pursuit of higher laurels or higher achievements in the music industry, he needs to pay attention and win big. My little advice to them and to everybody who supported the scheme. Let's keep supporting. And it's what we have, whether we like it or not. You go to South Africa, they have the Summers. You go to America, they have the American Music Awards. In Ghana, we also have our Ghana Music Awards. Let's hold it well and make it work. Now, I know, saying this, someone asked, okay, so why is Shatta Wale still not part of it? Also, another big conversation for another day. Yeah, another big conversation for another day. And we'll be talking about this. My name is Sammy Flex. This has been the editorial. I did this with Digital Rasta Currency, who did my camera for me, Richie Flex, editor director of the show. And to you out there, thanks for being a part of it. Tap Send is also here. Get the app on your phone. Use the promo code SammyFlex, and let's see what God will do to you anytime you are sending money from abroad to Ghana. You get some extra money, £5, €5, $10, and you just will be enjoying money just like that. I'll see you when I see you. Subscribe to us, and let's do more. This is the editorial on Sammy Flex TV. I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Cheers.